Hey, what is going on YouTube? In today's video, it's going to be a little bit more of an advanced video. If you don't use Inventory Lab, this video has nothing to do with you. Go ahead and skip it. Watch one of our other videos. If you do have Inventory Lab and you've been struggling with shipments getting split up, this is the video for you. One of the mods from our Facebook group, that's facebook.com/group/hustlebuddies, one of our mods put together this amazing video for how you can manipulate some of the numbers in Inventory Lab to get all of your items of the same SKU to go to the same warehouse. Now again, this is more of an advanced trick, but we've had a lot of people recently asking in the group, like, oh, my shipments are getting split up everywhere. I'm sending this item here and here and here and here. How do I just send it to one warehouse? This is how you do it. Okay, so Cody has done an awesome job. Big shout out to him. Show him some love over in the Facebook group. Give him a big thanks over there. We'd appreciate that. And we will see you out there, guys. Enjoy.
I'm going to be addressing how to keep your shipping costs as low as possible and get it so that you can consolidate your shipments as much as possible within what Amazon will currently allow. What I'm saying right now may not be true in the future, so if you're watching this, a year from now or whatever, you're going to have to verify from somebody if these tricks still work. So we're just going to take this Craft Easy Mac products. We're going to select it. We're going to, pretend that we bought it. It does not matter. The price that we bought it at does not matter for this example. We're going to just enter some dummy information. Sure. Okay. Yeah, see, look, we'd lose money if we bought this for $1. Cool. All right. So now here's for the meat and potatoes. So right now, let's see. We'll say we actually bought 2 of this product. Okay, cool. We bought 2 of it. So we're gonna add to the batch, and it decided that it wanted to send both of them to MDW too, which is great. That is actually what we would normally want. We want to send everything to one spot. So for me, my general spot is MDW2, and that's in Illinois, for those of you who are wondering, and I'm located in Minneapolis. Let's try that again with a different number. Hopefully I can get it to show you what I want it to. Great. So now we're gonna tell it we have 10. Cool. Great. Awesome. All right, here we go. Great. So let's say we actually owned 10 of this, and we tell it that we truthfully own 10. You can see right here, it wants us to split stuff between RIC2, I don't know where that is, MSP1, that's Minneapolis's fulfillment center, and then MDW2, which you can see by this little green icon here working. It means it's already open as an active shipment. So right now you'd have to click accept in order to send these 10 things, and that would split it among MDW, Minneapolis, and then wherever this place is. And obviously that's going to increase your fulfillment costs for this place, Minneapolis, and for this other place, because you only have one thing going there right now. Over the course of building a shipment, you might get like 3 or 4 things that go there, but you're not getting a lot. So here's your choices. Amazon right now will allow you to edit the quantity of an item within your shipment by either 5% or 10%. This means that if you have under 200 of something, that your best case scenario is to edit it up or down by 10. So you can manipulate this to your advantage, especially if you're dealing in small quantities. So what you could do, if you, let's say you own 8 of this. Let's see what happens when we tell it we have 8. Excellent, it still splits. So you own 8 of this, okay? Great. Well, you want all 8 to go to MDW, but when you just type in 8, it won't let you do that. It wants you to split it among 3 places. So you have 2 choices. what you could do is you could go all the way down to a quantity of 1, and then as we know from the starting example of using 2, that it sent 2 of this thing to MDW. And we'll just do that to start. We'll just walk all the way through this. So we'll say, cool, we have 2 of this like we did at the start. We know it's going to send both of them to MDW. So then what you want to do is you want to go into here, click this little drop down box, and this is the total quantity in the shipment. You then go and you edit that. So again, in this case, we said we had 8. Great. So I'll edit it. Excellent. See, now the shipment believes that we actually have 8 in here. And now all 8 of our product, which is what we in this discussion initially purchased, exist within this shipment, which is great. Now you don't have to send one of this to Minneapolis and another one to that RIC 2, wherever that place is. Now they all get to go to one spot. Now I'm going to do this one more time so I can show you what is actually the most common example of this that I personally use. For me and my virtual assistants, I always buy everything, buy at least 8 of everything. And the reason I do that is because once you reach the number 18, and we'll show this by we'll put in 17, and hopefully it does what I expect it to. Yep, excellent. So here at 17, you can see it wants you to send 13 to MDW, 2 to this RIC 2 place, and then 2 to Minneapolis. Not super efficient. So what you can do is you can tell the system you have 18, and remember this number. If you remember nothing else from this video, 18 is the magic number. When you tell something that you have 18 and it is a standard sized item, it basically will send it all to one warehouse. This is usually a sorting warehouse, which is what I believe MDW is. So therefore you're going to save a ton on shipping costs, but then most likely when your product gets there, Amazon's then gonna put some of it back on some trucks and redistribute it among their network. So then what you can do, remember we can move up or down by a number of 10. So if we had 28 items, we could move it up to 28. But in this case, let's say we only have 8 of this, we can move this down. And therefore, look, now it just thinks that, hey, we only have 8 in this shipment, and look at that. Hooray. We get to put 8 of this in box 1 and ignore this little dialog box. That's just because we've been messing around with this. So see, this way we forced everything to go to one spot, and therefore this is going to increase the weight of the shipment. So therefore we're going to save money by having more weight to ship, so we'll spend less per pound. And then obviously we're not going to get these random little onesie twosie shipments that are going to go to one place and cost you like $5 to send 2 things, to Phoenix or wherever the heck it wants you to send it. So you're going to then consolidate your stuff. It also, over time, will make it kind of easier to plan and predict what's going to happen. The other thing that is kind of worth noting here is just as a general shipment strategy. I've generally found when you're shipping what's called small parcel, which is where you're just basically putting an item in a box and you put a label on it and you hand it off to the UPS guy or the FedEx guy. Anything that is not palletized is considered small parcel. If you're shipping a small parcel shipment, pretty much once you reach about 300 pounds or so is when you're pretty much at your optimized savings per pound. So for me to ship from Minneapolis to Chicago, once I reach 300 pounds or so, we can generally close out a shipment and start over with another one. And then at that point, we're generally paying at most 30 cents a pound. Sometimes it'll get down to 25 cents a pound, but you pretty much never see anything outside of that 25 cent to 30 cent per pound range. Even when we've had shipments that have weighed 2,000 pounds, we've still been paying 25 cents a pound. So you can use that strategically for if you have like 1,000 pounds of the same product. What you can do is build it in like 3 shipment increments so you can start to get it out the door. Especially when we get really busy in Q4, you can break stuff up into smaller shipments that each weigh 300-400 pounds. And then go boom, get a shipment out each day, free up more space within your little house, your little office space, and then just continue to roll through stuff over and over and over. I really hope this helps, Brian. Just to reiterate for anybody so they don't have to watch this, the magic numbers are really 18 and then 1. Those two numbers will typically get stuff to go probably where you want it to go. And then you have the ability with those numbers that you select, you can edit up or down by 10. So between 18 and the number 1, you pretty much have covered any quantity of an item that you'll own that's less than 28 or less. So that should help most of you guys. And then again, pretty much once you break over owning 18 of a specific unit, unless it is oversized or hazmat, it's pretty much all going to go to one spot. So then it doesn't matter. You can just tell the system exactly how much you have. This is also super helpful if, you find a random extra item or an item breaks, then you can adjust the item up or down by 1. Well, I hope that helps save you guys a little bit of money. I know me learning that, it was a pretty big deal. Saved me a lot of money as we used to send these little onesies and twosies to Phoenix and to Tampa, and it's like $5-6 a box. So we were paying like technically, like $1 a pound, when everything else is at 25 cents a pound. So it was a pretty big deal. Let me know if this video creates any questions for you guys, and hope you all have a good night.